Dear Vickie, I do not even know how to express the love I feel for you. The uncertainty of Carol's situation at the time of the tornado was not easy to bear for me. I could gather much comfort in knowing he had you by his side. Bless you for giving yourself so unselfishly and remaining with him that night. Much love, Cherry Coy. My name is Vickie Metzler. I'm 71 years old. I was born and raised in Xenia until I was 21 when I got married. We lived in Xenia for 2-3 years until the tornado hit. On April 3rd of 1974, I was at home with my little daughter, who was 2 years old. It started raining in the morning, so it rained all day and kind of thundered off and on, but still I wasn't too worried about it. But anyway, as I'm cleaning, Joe comes in and says there's a tornado coming this way. We look out the back window of our house and you can see the tornado up in the air coming towards Xenia. And it's like, okay, what do we do?
From WHIO's Instant Weather Radar station. Instant Weather Radar now shows a tornado developing in north.
The guy on TV said it's 303 or something, it's going to hit Xenia, or somehow we knew it was getting close. So we just jumped in the car like idiots. We were driving down into Xenia. We were going to go over to my mom on the other side of the railroad tracks. The train was going by. We couldn't get over the train. So we looked back again, we see it still coming towards us. So we just pulled into the Kroger parking lot. I looked back and I could see it getting closer. But we sat there and we put our heads down, and Joe tried to keep Jennifer's head down between his legs. Joe says, we're going to die. And I go, I think so, because we were just out there in the open. It's like the car started shaking, like a milkshake. I was fine until the windows blew out. Then we started getting roof tiles in the car, and that's when I panicked. At the time, we didn't realize that it was over. We had a 2x4 from the back window into our radio, and if Jennifer's been sitting there, she'd been cut in half. It was just real eerie, except for the car horns and this water coming out of the fire hydrants. So we kind of pushed everything off of us because we had stuff all over. Our car had been picked up and turned sideways. There were 2 cars had crammed into our car. And so we had to press our doors open to get out of the car. Everything kind of quieted down. There's a big semi on the Kroger's roof, and then there was cars upside down and sideways, and the train had flipped over on its side. And people slowly started coming out of their house, and there was no house, just the basement. So after looking around, I saw this guy laying on a roof. He was laying all this debris and stuff. He was maybe 20 feet from our car, maybe a little more. He just got slung out of the truck. People slowly started walking by, but kind of ignored him laying there. I told Joe, I says, well, I'll just stay here with him. I'm not leaving him. Even though my daughter just got out of the hospital and I know what's going on, but your mother instincts kind of kick in. So I said, just take her and just go. Then this fireman come over, he says, just keep him talking, keep him alert until we get help down here. He said, it might be 3 hours. And I go, well, I'm not leaving, so I'll just stay here until somebody comes. So I sat there with him, and I just made up conversations about his family, my family, just anything to keep him awake. His arm was hurting him, so I had to hold his arm up. I didn't see really any marks on him or anything at the time. I found out weeks later that he had ribs that were broken, his shoulder was fractured. He was more hurt than what I thought he was. I should have gone with Joe, but I couldn't leave him because people would just walk by. I said, how can you ignore somebody laying there? I just could not leave. So I was there for 3 hours before the ambulance finally came to pick him up. Weeks later, I got a really nice letter from his wife. thanking me for being there. I would have been anywhere else but there. So I would do it over again. I would still stay with somebody that was hurt like that. That's the stuff that I do. If I see something happening, if I'm anywhere close to something that's going on, I try to help them. I can't help it. It's just how I am. I'd do it again. I'd do it again.